Hello everybody, it's Lightning Productions here, and today I'm going to be doing a video that I actually have not done ever. I'm going to be explaining the lore on my channel. I've been meaning to do this video for a while because it is kind of confusing, and I really haven't hinted, as I don't think anyway, that there is lore to this channel, but there is. And since me working on Future Mayhem Chapter 2, and which, by the way, it's actually going pretty well. It's about 30% done. Episode 1 is 30% done. But we'll get to Future Mayhem Chapter 2 in a bit. But for now, I might as well start at the beginning. So, my channel's timeline takes place in an alternate timeline I call the unstable timeline. And it all starts with a series from another one of my friend's channels called Alex Productions. It starts with his series called Alex Mation's Morphism Crystal Journey. If you don't know what it is, let me just summarize it real quick for you. Basically, there's this evil villain named Future Alex who kidnaps Alex and his friends. And they basically have to go on this whole journey to stop him. And Alex manages to escape and meets Anthony, which then they meet Future Alex again, who then fails to kill them, because obviously, because a villain can no longer win. But then soon it is revealed that Future Alex was just being controlled by his master named Dr. Criminal. I think that's his name. Alex, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to call him Dr. Criminal. So eventually this leads to the final confrontation in Hanging Heat's zone, I think, where Alex and Dr. Criminal are fighting. And this is... Okay, I haven't explained the Morphism Crystal. Let me explain what the fuck is the Morphism Crystal. The Morphism Crystal is this thing where it gives anybody the power to shapeshift. So basically, and it's a red and blue crystal, red and cyan, but whatever. And one part lets you actually morph, and the other part lets you choose what you want to morph into. Basically, at the start of the story, Alex gets kidnapped because Future Alex kidnaps him. Duh. So I can't believe I said the same shit twice. Yeah, sorry guys. This is going unscripted because I really do not want to write shit down. Plus, I don't really feel well. So, yeah. So basically, Alex has some part of the Morphism Crystal's power. And now, at the end, he actually gets the actual Morphism Crystal. And when things are looking rough, he seems to be losing. Your boy Lightning shows up, and this pisses off Dr. Criminal, who's about to whoop our ass. And then, all of a sudden, Anthony, DJ, and DB3 show up to save us. But then Alex decides, he was like, fuck this nigga, and fucking punches the shit out of this man. I'm gonna play a clip from it right here. You see what I mean? This man Lee punches the fuck out of this man. This man punched him so hard that the crystal really went. So that ends the Morphism Crystal saga, which is the first part of the unstable timeline. Next on the list in the timeline is End of the World. This is by my best friend Anthony the Hedgehog. Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony Chan. Jesus Christ, I can't get his name right. So yeah, next up in the timeline is End of the World, which basically... So, there's this entity that I don't know if he has a real name, but everyone just calls him End of the World Anthony or EOTW Anthony. But I'm just gonna call him End of the World Anthony. So he shows up and basically is looking to end the world, obviously. So basically, Sonic, Anthony, well, not Anthony, sorry, because Sonic, Lightning, Alex, and other members of the Sonic gang show up to try to stop him because Anthony is being controlled. Oh yeah, also, so he's capable of possession, and I think he possesses Knuckles and motherfucking Sans the Skeleton. I don't know why I'm laughing. Like I just feel it. I'm just laughing because we got like Sonic, we got like all these Sonic characters, and here we just have fucking Sans. Yo, what's up, guys? Me, Sans Skeleton here, and today we're gonna be beating up End of the World Anthony. I think I'm dying. You see what I mean here? Anyways, so near the I'm like skipping a bunch, just like because like I'm basically doing a summary of everything here. Duh. So basically skipping to the end because none of it's relevant. I'm sorry. No, I'm joking. But it's a lot of shit. So I'm just summarizing it. So basically we get to like the halfway point. It turns out End of the World Anthony has like this companion thing. Yeah, they die. And they get at the end Lightning and Anthony fuse into becoming the fusion known as Antning. And they basically fuck up End of the World Anthony's shit. And that concludes End of the World. Now next is The Special Day by me. Let's get one thing straight. I do not like the Special Day series. I hate the first one, and do not expect a continuance. Like, do not expect the Special Day 2, Episode 3. Because I think I can officially say the Special Day 2 is canceled. I think I can officially say that. The Special Day 2 is canceled. But anyways, it's not about the Special Day 2. I'll get to the Special Day 2 later. But, next up in the timeline is the Special Day. So basically, this takes place directly after End of the World. So it starts out with Error Lightning. Well, I'm sorry, Fatal Error Lightning, because I kind of changing shit. Starts out with I'm just gonna call him Error Lightning for now, just to shorten it. I don't feel like saying Fatal. Starts off with Error Lightning showing up and being like, I gotta destroy all these glitches because, you know, I'm evil like that. And then, so he kidnaps Lightning. He kidnaps all the other Lightnings. And he also brings back End of the World Anthony. So, it's basically Dust Lightning, Geno Lightning, Sans. Fuck, I'm like drawing a blank here. Horror Lightning and Fell Lightning. They team up. They go to try to find. And then End of the World Anthony shows up and starts fucking everybody up. And right when he's about to do the finishing blow, motherfucking Fell Lightning and Sans show up. And he's like, you're gonna have a bad time. And then Anthony gets unpossessed. And then Dust Lightning is just like, oh, if we want to defeat Error Lightning, we have to go to the Void. So they go to the Void, and they see Dr. Gaster Lightning, who I will explain his backstory in this video too, so just wait for that. They go to the Void, they see Dr. Gaster Lightning, and he starts trying to kill them. Foreshadowing. Anyways, he starts trying to kill them and eventually snaps out of it. Massive quotes there. You'll see why later in the video. And so he turns good for now and teams up with them to go stop Error Lightning. Oh yeah, also there's Era Anthony. Anyways, so they show up at Arrow Lightning's base. They start beating the fuck out of them. They free Lightning, and then motherfucker Arrow Lightning just fucking dies. And that ends Special Day. Complicated? Yeah, I made this in like 2019, 2020. Leave me alone. Now, next on the timeline was supposed to be End of the World 2. Not anymore, no. Because End of the World 2 has been canceled for a long time at this point. So I consider it no longer canon because it's unfinished. And I don't think Anthony has any future for it. I don't think he plans on bringing it back. Last time I heard, he said he wanted to just make it into a movie instead. I don't think that's happening anymore. So, next was the Special Day 2. That is also no longer canon because it's unfinished as well. It's only 2 episodes long. So, Special Day 2 is no longer canon. And so this brings us into the start of the end of the Unstable timeline. As of right now, I do plan to extend it because I want to like fill in the gaps between like after the Special Day. So because there's really nothing else right now, there's only 3 like series to like start it out. I'm gonna bring it to the end because this is where we are right now. I do have plans. Again, I know what's going to be in the middle. Kinda. I'm making plans to put like a series after the Special Day 1. So, without further ado, this brings us to the start of the finale of the Unstable timeline. Future Mayhem Chapter 1. If you haven't seen Future Mayhem, I actually highly recommend it because it is, so far, my biggest project I've ever worked on. So, with this one, I will actually give a spoiler warning if you do want to watch Future Mayhem as a whole. Well, Future Mayhem Chapter 1 as a whole. I will leave a video in the description and in the card up top here. Go check it out. So, this is your spoiler warning now. I will give you like 10 seconds. Anyways, this one I will actually go into, like, I won't shorten it. I will, like, tackle each episode as it goes. So, episode 1 is probably, it's, okay. It starts out with Future Sans. Well, I'm not gonna say Future. I'm just gonna say it starts out with Sans showing up in this white void, and then Asher Sans shows up, which is another Sans created by Anthony Chan. He shows up. He's like, "Oh, you took everything from me. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna fucking kill you." And Sans just like, "Oh, wait, no, shit, my bad. No. Listen, we could talk this out." "Oh, really? Really? You killed my husband? You killed my brother?" And you're just like, "Oh, I'm sorry. What the fuck's wrong with you?" And Sans over here like, Jesus Christ, my fucking throat. Anyways. So Asher about to beat this man up. And then Sans goes fucking bad shit insane. And he's like, "Well, you know what, Sans, I tried. You know what? Now you're gonna get sent to hell, nigga." And then it cuts to episode 2. Episode 2 starts off with Neon, who's another friend of mine. Starts off with Neon being like, "Hey, Anthony, am I cool?" And Anthony's just like, "No." And then she starts crying. And then Asher appears in the ground, because this is literally right after their fight. And then the Almighty Loaf shows up. No, he's not coming back in Chapter 2. The almighty loaf will not return ever again. And then it cuts to Gaster Lightning, who... You know what? Before I even continue, let me, explain how Future Mayhem started. There was originally a series I was going to start called Future Mayhem Origins, which I was going to explain what was coming. Pause. Anyways. So basically it started out... It was a peaceful future, basically. Everyone was chilling. And then my nigga Dr. Gaster Lightning shows up. He's like... Peace? No. So he starts fucking everything up to the point where 97% of the whole multiverse is dead. All dead. 97% gone. And that's basically where the story starts. Sans became mad. Asher is now obsessed with guns. For some reason. I don't know why. And all the other characters are also different too. And, alright, so that's basically it for, Future Mayhem Origins. So let me get back to where I was. Episode 2 cutting to Dr. Gaster Lightning being like, oh, look at these fucking dumbasses over here. Let me, surprise them. And then Alex shows up. And he's like, nah, bitch, I'm about to fuck up your shit. And then Gaster Lightning's just like, my nigga, who the fuck you think you're talking to? And then really pulls out the vibe check on this man. And then right when it blasts him, it cuts to Horror Sans, eating some Ritos. Not Doritos, Ritos. And then somebody takes them. And he's about to whoop some ass. So then, episode 3, which is actually my most favorite episode of Future Mayhem, because it was a combination of me, Anthony Chan, and Gaming You. We all did a part in this. I think I did the least. My bad. So, it starts off with Anthony fighting Dr. Gaster Lightning. And... he stole Steven Universe's powers and starts going pink. And then has the audacity to go and fucking lose. And then gets mind controlled. Like, nigga, are you really that? And then, Dr. Gaster Lightning just starts laughing maniacally. And then it cuts to an abandoned mall. Where Dust Sans is eating the Ritos. And Horror shows up. And he's like, you bitch ass nigga. Why the fuck would you do that? And Dust just like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I didn't steal your shit. And then Horror's like, bullshit, nigga. And they start fighting. Yes, this fight started over some goddamn chips. And they start fighting. Dust starts getting his ass whooped. And right when they started round 2 of the fight, it cuts to Sans talking to Error 404 and Bill Sans. Basically, Error 404 and Bill fused. Bill 404. I'm sorry. That was not funny. I'm sorry. Anyways. Basically, Sans just like, oh, please, I need to make a deal with you. Please help us defeat Dr. Gaster Lightning. And then I'm gonna call him Bill 404 from now on. And Bill 404 is just like, I bet, nigga, and shakes his hand while laughing. And then it cuts to episode 4. Episode 4 starts with Anthony about to fight Dust Sans. And then right when he's about to start fighting, Bill 404 shows up, ties Anthony up like some hentai shit. And then this man starts speaking of wingdings, which I honestly forgot what he said. And then Sans shows up, starts speaking to wingdings, and my guy really pulled a whole ass exorcism on this man. Like, look. My guy Sans really said, demons be gone within this man. Get the demons out of this nigga. And Anthony over here like, So they get the demons out, and shit, I'm actually drawing a blank again. Oh, fuck. Okay, then it cuts to Sans being like, alright, we need a plan to figure out how to beat Dr. Gaster Lightning. And then Dust over here, like, having PTSD flashbacks because he had his ass whooped by Horror Sans. And then he starts laughing and then crying. And then it cuts to a flashback where Sans killed Killer Sans. And then Dust is just like, you bitch, you killed him. And Sans just like, hold up, nigga, not now. We have to go defeat blonde hair boy over here. Then it cuts to Lightning. He got kidnapped by his own father because, you know, character development. Then this is where I started doing the 0.5 episodes. It cuts to episode 4.5, Fallen Brotherhood. The 4.5 episodes are basically just audio only, basically explaining like in-betweens. So I won't spend too long on them. Basically 4.5 is about Dust Sans. He explains how Alex is dead, how they're trying to figure out a plan and all that other shit. And then cuts to episode 5. Episode 5, the heroes raid Dr. Gaster Lightning's base. And then Gaster Lightning reveals how he is not Gaster Lightning. He is an experiment that Dr. Gaster Lightning was experimenting on and took over his body. And then my nigga self-destructs. And then 5.5, episode 5.5, it's basically just Sans talking about the aftermath. Like, basically saying, oh, you know, we won, all that. Anthony disappeared. Lightning went back to his wife and all that shit. Oh, yeah, and also for some reason he found time to have a kid. So I guess while everyone was getting their asses beat, he was like, hey, Katie, I'm horny, and started like fucking, he started being like, doing that shit, and you know what I mean? Then, yeah, I guess that while we were fucking dying, this bitch-ass nigga over here, you know, the usual. And then it shows Sans like going insane, being like, I'm about to become the next Dust Sans. And then from there, that's where Future Mayhem Chapter 2 is going to pick off from. I will talk about Future Mayhem Chapter 2 a little bit, but not too much because I do not want to spoil much. If you do want to know more, I will start posting teasers. I have been posting teasers on my Discord server. So yeah. Anyways, the only thing I will say about Chapter 2 is that there is a new villain. Dr. Gaster Lightning will not return. And it is being somewhat, like, actually animated. Like, it's being animated in Flip-A-Clip. But there will be some scenes where it's, like, the normal animatic in Ibis Paint. That's all I'm going to say for Future Mayhem Chapter 2. And before you ask me, no, there will not be a Future Mayhem Chapter 3. I want to move on to something else after Chapter 2. So, in the timeline, it goes Morphism Crystal Journey, End of the World, The Special Day, Future Mayhem Chapter 1, and Future Mayhem Chapter 2. Future Mayhem Chapter 2 is the end of the Unstable timeline. It is the final event in this timeline. It's the end. It's the end game. So, that's basically it. And before I go, I want to talk about the villain from, I almost said Special Day, from Future Mayhem Chapter 1. Who in the actual dog fuck is Gaster Lightning? We know he's Lightning's father, and all that. Now, if you've been on my channel for long enough and go to my playlist, you may see a thing called The Memories. First off, please don't watch it. Please don't watch it. It's the old version of Lightning's lore, which I'm going to give an official, updated stance here now. First off, Dr. Gaster Lightning never had yellow hair now. This is his design before he got taken over. Oh my god. Gray hair? What the fuck is this bullshit? Yeah, And then, this is how he looks like when he got, like, taken over. So let me explain. He made Lightning and his brother Ray. They were experimented on. What I mean by that, they were made... Like, they're not actual humans, they're artificial humans. So, yeah. This man somehow was able to make human lookalikes, but not actually human. No, they didn't make... He's not robotic, he doesn't have any robotic parts, he's just not actually human. So that's why I call him an artificial human. So is Ray, who's kind of irrelevant, actually. But anyways. One day, Dr. Gaster Lightning and Anthony, because... Oh god, Anthony's lore. Oh god. I don't even think he knows what his character's lore is anymore. But I will not explain Anthony's lore in this video. If you want to see that, harass Anthony Chan about updating his character's lore. So basically, Dr. Gaster Lightning and Anthony Chan... Fuck! And Anthony, not Anthony Chan, not the actual person, but I mean the character, are experimenting on this energy. I don't have a name for it right now. But so, for now, you can call it the marketable energy. For now, you can. So they were experimenting on the marketable energy. And suddenly, everything starts going critical. And the lab bursts up into flames. The energy breaks out and corrupts Gaster Lightning into the abomination you see now. He kills his wife. He badly injures Anthony. And he stabs out Lightning's eye. And right before he can kill them, Lightning Cypher shows up, who hasn't been on my channel in quite a while. Lightning Cypher shows up, traps him in the void, and that's where his story picks up in the special day. Whew, Jesus, that was a lot to explain. But anyways, that's it for my channel's lore. It's complicated, I know. But this is what it is so far. Starts with Morphism Crystal Journey, ends with Future Mayhem Chapter 2. Well, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!